Now, I was torn. I'm always torn about doing top 10 lists in January, right? There's so little information available. But at the same token, I think it's nice to go back a year ago. And I did that. Went back and looked at the top 10 lists from earlier on last season. It's nice to get an idea of who was showing what and who carried that all the way through the season, even though you can use none of that information to try and extrapolate what these horses in this season are going to do. I found it to be kind of interesting to see where they sat and what they were doing. So I decided I was going to do another top 10 list. 22 horses end up on this list right away. These were the top, and I didn't put Punch the Clock on because she's not going, right. I didn't put Time Is on My Side was taken out of there because I couldn't put him ahead of these 10 horses, right? And every year, Arson, again, these are three of the top horses we purchased. Three of our top prospects did not make this top 10. Horse I love too, Flashfly. I couldn't put her on the list because these horses belonged ahead of it. So I'm going to get to the horses that I think, at least this week, up until this week, look like the 10 horses that need to be talked about the most. And there were some very, very close ones. 13 through 10 was very close. But I did manage to whittle it all down. And some of the horses I think I hold in the highest regard couldn't make the list because they aren't there yet, right? Punch the Clock's not training. Really Don't Care was very close. Arson, again, Time Is on My Side. These are horses that were expensive, have done their work great, but just these 10 are doing it perfect right now. So we're going to start with number 10, Winter Bells. This filly looked amazing, and I think she's going to creep up this list because she does it with that effortless, no problem. Is this what you want me to do? Okay, I'll go do it. Zoom type of attitude. She's just very, very fast on her feet. And the thing I like about her is she's behaved. We put an ear hood on her. We had a snake cord on her. She wore it, but she didn't like it that much. We took the snake cord off her and just left the ear hood on her, and Amy said she was perfect the other day. This is a very nice filly, a full sister to a winner of the Battle of the Bells over the last, I think, 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. And just a really, really nice filly. So Winter Bells, it deserves to be on this list and comes in at number 10. Number 9, Cowboy by the Sea. One of our top high-cost horses did make it. Although I beat another horse on this list that I have way higher. Cowboy by the Sea does everything right. I want to see him grow up, fill out. He jumped on Venice Blue Chip the other day and beat her at the wire. But tough list, very tough list. And for him to make this list, and especially talking about the company that did not make this list, very happy with Cowboy by the Sea. Number 8, Insider Trading, has done her work exceptionally well. Took the hobbles off her, didn't know how that experiment would go. She was awesome the other day. She was beat by Winter Bells. She was beat by a couple of the other horses we're going to talk about in a minute. But again, has that raw speed and understanding of her work and the work ethic that I like. She belongs on the list, and she comes in at number 8. Number 7, Affection. Have to put her on because she's just strong and she's weird. Was super ignorant to break, very rude to break, would stop on the track and wouldn't go, and then just decided it's not that bad. And then the other day, I forget who I was on the front with, and Daryl came first over. I said, just sit there, we're going lots. And he just sat there, and her ears were up the whole time, looking around, playing around, and then Daryl just called on her to the lane, and gone. Father Patrick filly, and she looks very, very nice on the track. Number 6, Gypsy Hill. This guy's going to stay on this list for a while. I think this is a horse that we thought popped a curb, and it sucked right up, and the vet came in to crowd, and he said, you'd be having me. It was very weird. You had me cry. Usually what happens is the curbs pop out, and then they cool down, but they stay popped out until you cryo them. We were just painting this, and it went back in. So will it come up again? I don't know, but what a beautiful horse. Does his work really, really nice. This is a What the Hill Ohio colt. We've got a lot of Ohio horses that are doing their work very well right now. Gypsy Hill is definitely one of them. Number 5, Sedona Hill. This filly could make it all the way to 1. A very nice filly. Out of a sister to the mother of Purple Aura. So Purple Aura's aunt. We have her sister and her aunt is very fast. Small, but very, very fast. Sedona Hill is just a really nice filly. I love watching her go. I don't get to go with her very often. Amy and Eric go with her, but just a beautiful filly. Just a treat to watch, and I'm sure a very, very nice filly to go with. Number 4, Hallie in the Clouds. Again, any one of these top 5, even 6 horses could end up at number 1 in a very short period of time. Halley in the Clouds, I think, is one of our top prospects of all the stable. This is a giant muscle mass filly that we paid pretty good money for, so she's supposed to be a nice filly. But man, she can really turn it on for a big girl. It was tough to put her at 4 and not number 1, but given everything going on, I think 1, 2, and 3 are fair. So Halley in the Clouds is 4 for now on the top 10 list. Number 3, Venice Blue Chip. Leather Up filly. Obviously, Tom Grossman of Blue Chip Farms thought highly of her breeding to begin with. First crop sire, and when she went through the ring and we bought her, he had quipped that that was way too low for her. And I said, yeah, all the breeders say that. He said, no. He said, well, I'll just tell you what. And I've told you this story. Well, I'll buy every single share that you'll have available for that amount. I'll buy it back. He put his money where his mouth is. Blue Chip Farms owns 63% of Venice Blue Chip. And trust me when I tell you, a very nice, very big, strong filly. Popped a curb this week, so she's going to miss training on Wednesday. That'll be cryoed on Monday morning, I would imagine. Very nice filly. Man, she's just a beautiful filly to watch. And I see a trend here. Amy has gone with 3 of the top 5, by the way. Amy goes with Sedona all the time with Eric. So does Eric go with Venice Blue Chip all the time. And Halley in the Clouds, Amy's been going with. So it might be something there. Number 2, a horse that I just think is raw speed and talent. I don't know if he can beat Halley right now. I'm not sure. But Drebin is impressive to watch. Now, he does make breaks the odd time just because he wants to fight all the time and go. Not in a rude way in any way. He is a pure workaholic. Loves his work, and he can fly. I moved over at the head of the lane. I forget who I had on the front end, and he just went screaming past. Oh, I had Mario's filly. Went screaming past me down the lane. Very nice gated horse. And we were worried. And this is the thing. We took on a little value because he is toed out a little bit. And it looked like he might get to his left knee. We wear knee boots and shin boots on him. But the faster he goes, it just gets a little bit wider and a little bit higher. And I don't think we might luck out and he may not interfere at all. I'm going to tell you one thing. He can dance. Very fast colt. And number 1, I think right now, belongs there because he looks okay. Trots beautifully. Looks okay, but he's a killer on the track. He's all business. And Lonely Lakewood, Johnny goes with him all the time. We made a very, very minor equipment change to him 3 weeks ago, and he said it's had an incredible effect. The horse went from hitting himself and getting out of gear to just being all business. He looked like he toyed with us the last 2 times that he trained, and in a really impressive colt. This is a Father Patrick colt. His sister, obviously, is Selfie Queen, who was sold herself, I think, for $500, $355, a lot of money in the Harrisburg sale, and made a lot of money. Took a mark of 51, if I'm not mistaken, as a 2-year-old. Great family, and this guy was a Ridgeling. So again, a little bit of value found there. We castrated him, brought him back, had him operated on, castrated him, and I'm going to tell you what, he is a nice horse to watch do his work. All business, all the time. And as I said, the last 2 times we trained, it almost seemed like Johnny just toyed with us with this horse. So easily number 1, and that is a strong top 10 list from where I stand. Winter Bells at 10. Number 9, Cowboy by the Sea. Number 8 is Insider Trading. Number 7, we had Affection. Number 6, Gypsy Hill. Number 5, Sedona Hill. Number 4, Halley in the Clouds. Number 3, Venice Blue Chip. Number 2, Drebin. And number 1 this week, in my mind anyway, Lonely Lakewood. So there's a top 10 list. I didn't get the barns done this week. I just, with so much moving, you guys get to see, if you want to see any horse, they're all in alphabetical order, 2, 3, 4-year-olds and above. They're all there for you to look at. The opening should talk about anything, if any pressing information needed to get to you, you should have now. And aside from that, you can always text me. But for now, with all the barns moving around, your horses going to Ohio, coming to Ohio, going to Pennsylvania, back from Pennsylvania, going to the field, coming back from the field, it's just a lot of movement, a lot of fluidity in the barns, so I opted not to do them this week. But you have tons to look at, talk about, think about. All the videos are done now. I will talk to you all very soon. Got some crappy news today that Miami Valley was canceled. But we still got Per Lucky and Dipper in tonight. Per Lucky, I'm excited to see him race for sure. So, for everybody racing tonight, racing for the rest of the week, good luck to you. Another week starts right now. Take care.